a top wrestler, probably the top wrestler that Damion Ryan will have to go against. But sometimes it's hard for Ohio State, as we see the tail of the tape there, to get opponents that are willing to come here to go against them. And I think Bellarmine is definitely helping their cause by facing this top competition. It can only help them get better as we are underway here with our 125-pound match. And Bouzakis immediately trying to go to the attack, as would be expected. And he picks up a 2-point takedown in the early going.
And he wanted to swing that leg over the first time, couldn't do it. This time gets all the way around for 3 points.
Certainly Damion Ryan would like to keep this as competitive for as long as he possibly can. And Bouzakis trying to establish control very early in the going as we are nearing the 1 minute mark elapsed in this opening period.
Bouzakis has 1 win coming from technical fall and 2 by pin. Love to try to get another fall tonight.
And a stall was called, and that's 1 point for Ryan. Bouzakis, actually, you could consider that beneficial, as he can go in the up position and then get another takedown, and you're basically trading 3 points for 1, which he has done there to make it 6-1.
And Bouzakis just showing that speed, Greg, quickly gets on top of Damion Ryan for another 3.
And now he'll start to try to break him down, although Ryan doing everything he can to keep from being in such a perilous position.
And Damion Ryan knows what it takes to go the distance. He lost by decision to Iowa's Dean Peterson, so he knows how to keep it close against tight competition.
Ryan was 8th in high school national competition, and a stalemate called this time. And so they will go back to the center of the mat. And Ryan again awarded that 1 point. Now they're in the neutral position, so once again, this will put Bouzakis in the position to try to get another takedown and add to his lead. Of course, if Ryan can keep it just as a decision rather than a major decision or worse, that could be considered a feather in his hat, but it's still very early on. Trying to keep Bouzakis from being able to get around, but look at that quick maneuverability, and that is another 3 points for 9-2.
And he showed it on that second takedown. Again, a third takedown. And he's just so quick. He tries to get down low and quickly spin around. And Ryan did a good job trying to keep him at bay. Finally cannot. And Bouzakis gets the 3.
See, it was just that quickness that made the difference. Now the penalty point to Bouzakis, as Ryan, knowing that the period is ending, is called for stalling. And that is the end of the first period. And Nick Bouzakis has very methodically built up a 10-2 advantage. And now he will begin the second period in the down position.
And he'll look to try to quickly escape, get that point, get back on the attack. He loved what he saw against Damion Ryan to get those 3 takedowns. Wants to just try to be blazing quick and keep Damion Ryan guessing.
Now let's see what Ryan can do starting from the up position here. Bouzakis is already in the position to gain an escape, which he does there, and that makes it 11-2, and now he can go right back to work, as he has been very successful at accumulating takedowns here, but he can't get in that time. Both wrestlers down on their haunches, sizing the other up. And again, you just see the superior quickness of Bouzakis, and there he gets his takedown again.
He always goes for that one leg, pulls it out, forces him to the ground, and just gets around, and Ryan can't do anything.
Very interesting to see what Bouzakis can do, building on last year, where he was 3rd in the Big Ten championships a year ago. It certainly has to be considered one of the top contenders, potentially dangerous, called there.
And he's 5-1 on the season, Greg. His only loss coming at the Clarion Open to his teammate, Brendan McCrone. So other than facing his teammates, this guy knows how to beat everyone else.
I'm sure they've had a lot of competitions in the gym.
Oh, I'm sure
this one happened to count.
I'm sure it's great bragging rights.
And now once again, Bouzakis is all over Ryan. It looked like Ryan had a chance to maybe escape, but then he's right back on him. Down to 30 seconds left, and here again, he basically kicked him out so he can try for another takedown here as they're starting to near that major decision category. And possibly a tech fall if you can't win the match by fall.
Be the first major decision for Nick Bouzakis this season.
And of course, from a team standpoint, if you can gain or prevent the other team from gaining as many points as possible, that could be a factor, although we don't necessarily expect it to be tonight. And it is 14-3 for Bouzakis at the end of the second period. And Damion Ryan crawls to the center of the mat. He looks like he's been put through a ringer already.
Oh, I'm sure when you face one of the top 3 in the weight class, it's always going to be a tough battle.
This time he starts in the down position, which saves him the trouble of being taken down, and now he just has to try to keep Bouzakis from turning him over and possibly putting him in position for that fall. And of course, he can accumulate the near fall points as well, but we have another stalling warning, so that makes it 15-3. It's the second stalling warning, and indicating that Ryan is perhaps just trying to run out the clock here. But all things considered, he has done a capable job. I'm sure he's learned a few lessons. And he can take back to his Southern Conference season there. Once again, Bouzakis very quick, but not quick enough to get Ryan on his back. And we're into the final minute now. That may not seem like much to the fans, but that seems like an eternity when you're on the mat. And the escape makes it 15-4. And Bouzakis is going to have to go to work here to maximize the team score. You know he would like to gain at least another takedown. But really, Ryan, after he's been taken down, he's done a very good job not allowing Bouzakis to accumulate any more points against him. Trying to get in for that shot, but warded off. Again, gets him by the ankle and a takedown. Gets it up to 18-4.
And looking for that 1 point to try to get that tech fall.
But only 5 seconds left in which to get it. And the clock runs out. But he did get that one final point to make it 19-4. So Bouzakis winning the match, although Ryan at least is able to last the distance.